Hey, good people, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Joy, aka the Remote Chick, and in this video, I'm gonna share with you 5 crucial lessons I've learned since I started working remotely as a Ugandan or African professional. If you want to work remotely, these tips will save you time, opportunities, and even your job. So let's get straight into it. Lesson number one is timekeeping is everything. Listen, I know we have this whole African narrative that keeps going on. Africans, we don't keep time. If you have an event, Africans will come 30 minutes, 40 minutes, even 1 hour after the event has started. When it comes to remote work, if a meeting is set to happen at 10 a.m. EST, it has to happen at 10 a.m. EST. If you're short by a couple of minutes, you may miss the person you're going to meet with. If you have an interview, they'll give you maybe 5 to 15 minutes max, depending on really the interviewer, and that's it. So you need to keep time. People abroad are big on their time. So if you are the sort of person who takes their time to show up for meetings, nah, you need to work on that very, very fast. So, timekeeping is very, very crucial if you're looking for remote work opportunities. You have to be on time. Lesson number two is you will need to code switch. If you're working with international teams, you'll need to adjust your communication style or even your accent in certain scenarios because people around the world may not understand the way you pronounce words or the way you communicate. There's a way we say things as Africans that people around the world are like, what did you really say? I can't get clearly what you are saying. So I will always say, if you've watched these American movies, which majority of us have watched, please just turn on your American accent from one of those favorite movies of yours. And trust me, in a heartbeat, they will be understanding what you're saying. So you will need to code switch. I feel like this particular lesson, you have to really be in the thick of work to really understand what I'm saying. So if you're looking for remote work opportunities, you'll find yourself code switching here and there. And it's not a bad thing. It's just to bring clarity on what you're saying. And then you can go back to talking your normal accent. You're at home. You really don't have to make it a big deal. And I code switch a lot at work every day. I feel like every time I turn on and when we have a meeting, I'm a different person. And I don't think it's a bad thing, but I think it's necessary for us to move forward, especially in work. So code switching is the second lesson you will need to have at the back of your mind. Lesson number three is time zone awareness is a must. Have you ever missed a meeting because you were not aware what time it was reflecting in your time zone? Yeah, that has happened to me. It has happened to me a number of times, especially when I started working remotely. Someone would say to me, let's meet at 10 a.m. EST. And the whole time I'll be thinking, I think that's like in the evening. So I'll cross check in the evening. And then, my God, by the time I already go to my calendar, take a look, it's like 30 minutes past the meeting, and that's not good. It's really, really unprofessional. So what I did was I adjusted my calendar. I added EST time to my calendar. So when someone says to me, Joy, let's meet at 10 a.m. EST, I can also look at what that time looks like in my country, Uganda, East African time zone. What time is that? Maybe it's 5 p.m. So when someone says to me, let's meet, I cross check and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm available. So just make adjustments to your Google Calendar, and you can add in, I think, one or even more than two time zones. And so, yeah, it will help you a lot. Also, the app World Time Buddy. 100% very, very helpful, especially if you're cross checking across different time zones. For example, we have people on our team who are in Canada, others are in India, and we're figuring out what's the right time for the meeting. And someone says, Joy, let's schedule a meeting for 10 a.m. EST, cross check with the rest of the team. And now I'm wondering, okay, what time is it for this particular person in India, this one in Ghana, this one in this country? And that's when Wild Time Buddy comes in, because it will help you to figure out, okay, what the time looks like in different time zones. So adjust your Google Calendar, and you can also check out Wild Time Buddy. It will help you a lot if you're looking to get into remote work, because time zone awareness is a must. Lesson number four is to be proactive and suggest improvements. If you've been hired for a particular role, people already see you as an expert. So when you're part of a team, they expect you to speak up, share your suggestions, and it also showcases your value. You stamp your value in the company or the team that you work for. People will trust you. For example, when people hire me as a podcast manager, I'm part of the bigger marketing team. And when we have meetings, they expect me to come with suggestions in regards to podcasting. And they can say, Joy, what do we have going on? What have you planned for this quarter? What are we working on? And I'm just sharing, and then they're saying, okay, we can try that out. Like, I'm not waiting for them to come to me and then saying, what have you prepared? Do you have anything for us? I already have it already set for that particular quarter, for the year. I'm just sharing, I'm speaking up about what I have to do. And I know this can be a bit tricky if you're an African because of our culture dynamic. When I started working remotely, I realized when I was doing my 9 to 5, I would always wait for orders. I couldn't even speak up. I had this whole thing of, oh my God, what will the boss think? Maybe I'm being so bossy. This is not my company. It doesn't apply when you work remotely. If you're part of the team, you really have to be part of the team. You need to speak up. It stamps your value. I've said this again. It stamps your value in the companies that you work for. So speak up, offer suggestions. Don't be timid at all because people will realize, are you really, really qualified for this? Why are you shaking? You need to speak up. The final lesson is to network like crazy. Remote work can get lonely. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It is very comfortable. You don't have to leave your house, but it gets lonely. Like currently, I'm at home. I'm not speaking to anybody until like 5 p.m. It's only me and myself. But even you get to only work with particularly maybe your workmates, and that's what it is. And it can get lonely. You're not meeting people maybe in block C or block A. When I had my 9 to 5, I would go and walk into a particular block. I had colleagues, friends from different companies. Well, with remote work, it's just me and the particular teams I'm part of. So it's good for you to network. It's good for you to network, especially if you're in the freelance space, so that people can always get to know what you do. So you can book coffee chats with people, have your Calendly link, set up a 20-minute coffee chat, be intentional about networking and meeting other people in different fields because you never know. An opportunity can come and someone will say, I know Joy. She's a virtual assistant. She's a podcast manager. She's a comms specialist. I think she'll be fit for this role. It has happened to me more than a number of times that I can even count. I will go to a networking session. I speak up. I say, hi, my name is Joy. This is what I do, blah, blah, blah. I give them all the 9 yards. And then after a couple of 2 weeks, someone will DM me saying, hey, Joy, we met in this particular networking room and someone in my network is looking for a virtual assistant and I thought about you. So you have to be very proactive. DM people on LinkedIn who are part of your network. Say hi. I've taken a look at your profile and we seem to be in a similar space in regards to work. I'd love for us to meet for a 20-minute catch up and get to know each other. You need to put yourself out there. It may be a bit scary, but it's going to help you in growing in your career and broadening your network because remote work is really about the people that you know. Yeah. So that's it. Those are the 5 lessons I've learned since I started working remotely as an African professional. And I would like to know which particular lesson stood out to you. And if you are working remotely, what lessons have you learned? Let me know in the comments. Share in the comments. I'm looking forward to reading what you guys have to say in regards to remote work and what you're learning. So please share in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with someone in your network who wants to work remotely. Share with them this video so they can get insights into what it means to work remotely as an African professional. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.